Are you curious to know how is life in Pearland, Texas? Maybe you're thinking of moving, or maybe you had this relative friend that has just recently moved to Pearland, Texas, and they can't stop bragging about it. Whether Pearland is your place or not your place, in this video, we're gonna be sharing everything that other videos are not sharing. Hi, my name is Dany Lopez. I am a Houston realtor. I cover all of Houston and surrounding city. My main purpose on this video is to educate you, my audience, to make an educated decision on your next step, whether it is that purchasing a home in Pearland or maybe in another city, whether you want to invest here, whether you want to recommend Pearland. The main goal here is to educate you the most as possible. With that being said, let's begin. Pearland is a 47.5 square mile city. Its neighbors are to the north of Pearland, there is Houston. Northeast, there's Brookside Village. Southwest, there is Manville. And other cities near it are Iowa Colony, Arcola, and also Friendswood. Did you know that Pearland is on the top 50 most mid-sized livable city? And along with that, Pearland is the third largest city in the greater Houston, with Houston being first and Pasadena being second. Pearland has become one of the most desirable places to live in Texas, so much that other cities have copied their infrastructures and the way their economics work. Pearland is located in Brazoria County and is also extends to Fort Bend and Harris County. Its population is of 125,798 as of 2023. There was a 142% massive growth in the city between the year of 2010 to 2020, making Pearland the 15th fastest growing city, not only in Texas, but the whole United States. So let's analyze that for a second. How many cities are there in the whole United States? Well, approximately there are 20,000 incorporated cities, not including those that are not incorporated in its top 15. That speaks volume. So why are people rushing to live in Pearland? Well, let's find out. Living in Pearland offers multiple benefits, and those benefits we're going to be talking. One of many Pearland's benefits are its roads. If you were to look at the map of Pearland, you will see that it has two major highways, Highway 288 and Highway 35. If you look at these two roads, you'll see that 288 give you quick access to exit the city and go directly to downtown Houston or the medical center. If you look at Highway 35, it gives you quick access to their nearby airport, Hobby Airport. On top of that, there's also Highway 8 that connects both of them. Despite the size of the city, unfortunately, it does not offer a bus transportation route. Instead, the Metropolitan Authorization of Harris County, or Metro, provides a park and ride for those commuting to the city of Houston. Before we proceed, let's look at Pearland's history. How did Pearland really get here? So with that, let's look at its history. In 1882, Pearland begins a near sighting switch on the Gulf, Colorado, and Santa Fe Railroad. If you take notes or have seen my other videos, you'll see that most of these cities start with a familiar pattern dealing with railroads. In the late 1800s, the city was well known for its residents harvesting vegetables and fruits. The Allison and Ritchie Land Company were one of the biggest promoters to promote Pearland as an agricultural Eden. Finally, in the year of 1984, Pearland was established. It was Mr. Wiftold Von Zinkliski, for short, Mr. Von, purchased 5,991 prime acres of land surrounding the Mark Belt outpost along the Gulf, Colorado, and Santa Fe line. He bought this land from a businessman out in Brazoria County, which his name was L.W. Murdoch. Mr. Murdoch. In 1934, oil was discovered. This is great news for the city. However, even after this news, population in Pearland remained low. Moving on into more present day, in the 1990s, the city started expanding and they reached to Harris County. Also within that period of time, new investors came into the city, buying massive tracts of land and converting those land into new residential development, starting the transformation from a city that was based on agricultural to a more residential city. Nevertheless, the historical Pearland Town Center is still up. It's at Texas State Highway 35 Main and Broadway, with suburbs development in the west Pearland and older homes in the east. Now that we know how everything happened on Pearland, where is it now for its living cost? As we see the cost of living in Pearland, we will be comparing it to the national average of the United States. We will start from the bottom, from transportation. As you know, we should already expect that transportation should be less, just for the fact that just because you will need a vehicle to move around. There is a bus transportation, however, is very limited. Moving forward, groceries, it's -2% compared to the national average. This could probably be less, just depending where you shop. Utilities, it's up 2%. This is because the majority of residents that live in Pearland are homeowners. Same thing could say for housing, that is up 15%. That is for the amount of people owning their own private home. Overall, Pearland is only 4% above the nation average. Okay, so what is there to do in Pearland? What is so fun that everybody keeps talking about it? Why is there things to do? Well, let's dive into that. Pearland is a great spot for outdoor recreation. Located within the borders, you will find Sentinel Park complete with hiking trails, bike trails, and many more. And when you want a taste of civilization, there's also some theaters that you could attend, like Pearl Theater, the Theater Under the Stars. If you're still more interested of the history of Pearland, you could also go visit the historical sites such as the Gulf, Colorado, and Santa Fe Railroad, which is still standing and actually up for renovations. And there's also a park from the person that made this all possible, Mr. Vaughn. Some other sites that are worth mentioning is the Hindu temple named Sri Minakasi. Another location that you might not be thinking is Pearland West Library. You should definitely take your kids here. It's not just about books, but it's a great place for them to they have little sections for them just to play with toys that they have there. And if you want to take your laptop and do some work, this is a perfect location as well. Now, hear me out. The next location I'm about to mention, it's not in Pearland. However, it's only 25 to 30 minutes away from Pearland, and it's worth mentioning if you have kiddos or you want to know more about space. And that is the NASA Space Center. It's so worth it. I've taken my kids. Tons of fun, a lot of activities to do. They have a tour that you could take, explore the ships that they went and explore space. And here's a bonus. During the holidays, they have a great light show that you could walk around and explore the lights. So for sure, you should check that out. By the way, guys, if you are finding this information valuable, I really appreciate for you to hit the like button and just drop a comment, something that I missed out or something that you want me to speak about another city. And it will motivate me so much. Something else that I hear from all my clients is the schools. Every time they want to move from city to another city, it's the schools. How are the schools? Of course, because we want to take care of our kids. We want to make sure that it's not just about the house, but also the education that they're going to be receiving. So you are in good hands if you are considering moving or in the process of moving to Pearland. Pearland serves the Pearland ISD. The district provides a comprehensive academic program from grades kindergarten to 12, which allows students multiple opportunities to reach their potential. Overall, Pearland schools are above average. Here are just a few that I'm able to mention. Alexander Middle School, Barbara Elementary School, Barry Miller Junior High School, Harris Elementary, and Dr. Ronald McNair Junior High. Now, since I'm an agent, there's certain things I cannot get into, so please check the description of each school. Another question I get to ask is, how are the hospitals, how is the health system in the city helping its residents? Well, guys, you will be in good hands. I was able to find some information from the HCA Houston Healthcare. This article was provided November 15 of 2023, and it says the following: Pearland Texas HCA Houston Healthcare Pearland announces today it has achieved a numerous accolades for clinical excellency according to new research released by Health Grades. The lead resources consumes used to find a hospital or doctor. HCA Houston Healthcare Pearland was recognized with 2 5-star distinctions. These achievements place HCA Houston Healthcare Pearland in the upper accolades of hospital nationally for specialty care and reflect the organization's commitment to consist delivering the best care possible. After reading that article, guys, I think that you will be in good hands when it comes to your health care. Always do your own research. Of course, I could tell you from experience, I have had clients move from California. If I remember right, I had even another client move from Chicago just to get the healthcare that these cities provide. So that's good to know that you'll be in good hands. So if all of this sounds great to you, what about the real estate? Because that's the main idea. You know, you move here, you want to buy a house. Is it a right choice? Well, I'm glad you asked, because we're about to talk about that. Today, Pearland homes sell for a median price of $350,000 to $400,000. Did you know that as of 2022, ownership in Pearland is 76.2%. Homes in Pearland often sell quick, from an average to 30 to 60 days on the market. Now, there's also elements to take in consideration, like location, pricing, and how's the market. To share some buyer demographics, the typical buyer in Pearland would be young family, professional, and those relocating from urban areas. The community's strong district schools and the parks make it appealing to families. Over the past couple of years, prices remain steady. For the most part, Pearland is home to several master community plans. For example, Silver Lake, Silver Creek, Green Tea Terrace, and the most famous one, Shadow Creek Ranch. Did you know that the city of Pearland lies in the North America Central Flyway, which brings hundreds of different birds to their skies each fall and spring? This makes the area a prime birdwatch region. If you want to know the spots, they are Shadow Creek Natural Trail and the John Harrell Environment Complex, being ideal for wildlife watching. So Pearland has good schools, it has good real estate, it has good entertainment and attraction, but we also have taxes. Pearland also have taxes. So here we go. Let's have a quick review on these taxes. City of Pearland holds taxes at 0.62. Brazoria County Drainage District 4, 0.13. Brazoria County, 0.29. The Road and Bridges Funds, 0.05. Pearland Independent School District is 1.30, a total of 2.4. Now, believe it or not, this is low. However, in some areas, taxes are higher than this. So before you make a decision, make sure that you contact your local or favorite realtor. If you don't have one, I'll be more than happy to help you. For many people that decide to leave their city and go to a new city, sometimes they will have to relocate jobs if their job didn't relocate them to that city. So I went ahead and did a search of what jobs Pearland has to offer nowadays. Let's take a look. At 13%, there's management opportunity. At 9.5%, there's health diagnostic and treatment practitioners and other technical occupations. In the sector of education, instructions, and library occupation is 6.9. Architecture, engineer, and occupation, there's 5.3%. Office administration and support occupation, 9.5. Overall, I think there's opportunities for everyone to find a job. And if you can't find a job, don't worry. There's also cities around it that could accommodate the type of job that you're looking for. When it comes to safety, Pearland offers great programs to keep you and your family safe. Expansive neighborhood watch programs, tight-knit community, and a responsive police force to help keep Pearland safe. With that being said, let's find some information that we could visualize. Here you can see in the chart the responses that the police have gotten throughout the years. As you can see, it's up and down. Some years are less, some years are more. In the bottom, you can see they're responsive. 92% response within 7 minutes. The average response emergency call, it's 4 minutes and 19 seconds. Also says here 118 violent crimes, property crimes 2,138, traffic collision 1,898, and it does has arrests and alarms, driving under the influence. In addition, we could also see other programs as mentioned before that Pearland offers. We could just name quite a few. It says 33 new Citizen Police Academy graduates. It says 17 Teen Citizens Police Academy graduates, 20 neighborhood visits duration national night out, and 9 faith-based organization collaborations with Pearland PD to build a safe community. As you can see, Pearland is doing the most they can to keep their residents safe at all time, because what is important to you is also important to them. And let me just mention that Pearland crime rate is 22% below the national average. This comes according to the statistics released by the FBI in September of 2023. When it comes to food and restaurant, Pearland could go toe-to-toe with any other city around it. Some of the reasons that you need to go, even if you are visiting Pearland, is Killen Steakhouse, a very popular restaurant that you won't regret going there. You could also enjoy Mexican food at Gringo's. There's also Thai food at the Thai Cottage, Italian food at Italiano's, and American food at Dish Society. The commute in Pearland is pretty much average. Most people drive 33 minutes on the average, typically on rush hour time. The weather in Pearland, the summers are long, hot, and oppressive. The winters are short, cold, and windy. Over the course of the year, the temperature is typically varies from 46 degrees to 92 degrees. And it's rarely lower than 34 degrees. However, we do get those hot summers that it might go above 100. And occasionally we do have cold fronts that go below 15. So just FYI, expect everything. But the city is here to support you and guide you. Believe me, I have gone through some of them, so I can say that the city overall are there to help you. Guys, that is all that I have to say. I hope that this video was very informative. If you have any questions, if you're thinking of Pearland or any other city, please drop a comment, reach out to me. You can send me an email and I'll be more than happy to assist you. Remember, my name is Dany Lopez. I am a Houston realtor that serves all of Houston and all surrounding cities. Please drop a like and follow, and God bless. Till the next time. Adios.